So imagine that you're on your way to a really cute date and you get this feeling in your stomach of nervousness, weariness, butterflies, you feel like you're gonna throw up. Eventually that feeling goes away, but imagine that feeling just constantly throughout your daily activities. Just imagine that. So, in a way, that is how people with anxiety deal with a lot of their daily activities, with life in general, and it can be so draining. So I really just want to talk about anxiety because it is something that has affected me throughout my childhood and even now, and I did not know because not everybody has the resources, and we just don't talk about it enough. So what is anxiety? Anxiety is a mental health disorder characterized by feelings of worry, anxiety, or fear strong enough to interfere with one's daily activities, which I will be talking about. 7.1% of children aged 3 to 17 years of age have diagnosed anxiety. I put this chart here because it also includes depression and behavioral disorders. And if we know, anxiety can be a huge gateway into depression, which is really scary and unfortunate because a lot of kids have anxiety. The different types of anxiety. Now, I honestly did not know there were so many, including OCD, which is obsessive compulsive disorder. So there's generalized anxiety disorder, social anxiety, phobias, panic disorder, and like I mentioned, OCD. I believe I talk a little bit more about them. Okay, yes. So general anxiety disorder just kind of generalizes, anxiety in general, just kind of that feeling of worriness, overthinking. For example, some of the symptoms include the inability to sleep, just feeling restlessness, difficulty concentrating, which again can really affect a person's daily activities, especially a child, because they're struggling with something that they might not even know that they're struggling with, and it's just draining, I can't even say the word, irritability, which is perfect that I just mentioned that because not being able to concentrate, having these worries and just overthinking can be really annoying on a child, especially because they don't know how to express how they're feeling, and they don't know that they have anxiety. Social anxiety avoids certain places or people, avoids eye contact, and afraid of public speaking, which is so true, and I can attain to that because I have social anxiety, and even walking in front of a couple of people, it stresses me out. I feel like they're all watching me. I feel like I'm being judged. Speaking to people, avoiding eye contact is such a true thing. You get really nervous. OCD, there's so many different types of OCDs, or like certain things that people do. So it could include saying intrusive words or sounds, or having tics, things that just come out of your mouth and you can't really control it. It's something that your body just takes over. Seeking reassurance or doing things until they just seem right. That is the best way to explain OCD. How does anxiety affect us? It can affect your schoolwork, friendships, relationships. People with anxiety tend to be hard on themselves. They seek constant approval. They have a hard time concentrating and can lead to depression, like I had mentioned. It is very hard on children because, like I said, it affects their daily activities. And like I said, not everybody has the resources to understand why it is that they feel that way. So some of the treatments include, or the two that I researched on that have had the most impact, is therapy or medication. Of course, not everybody always wants to go towards the medication because medication can either be temporary or lifetime, and it's kind of a hard decision. Therapy doesn't always work for everybody, but it is very helpful, and I think talking to someone you know, especially like I said, children, it is really important for them to talk to somebody and express how they feel, because it can be very difficult for them growing up and not knowing that they even have this. And here are just my references. So just to summarize everything, anxiety is something that really takes control over a person. It's hard if you don't know about it. It is good to learn about it, even if you don't have it, because the people around you may have it. And, you know, just always be kind. You don't know what people are struggling with. And always talk to someone if you need to talk to someone.